Don't worry. Ah.
I cannot hear you.
That's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
You are leave there.
I'm leaving.
Go and play your tab. Go and play your tab. The participants are set.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a bit drizzling here where I am, so just kindly bear with the connection.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now so please have your seat.
Open the window so that you can see.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning, morning,
That
morning.
Morning, sir.
So how was your week?
Fine.
Fine, sir.
Okay, that's great. So I hope you all have Python installed on your PCs.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you launch your Python interpreter?
You know how to do that?
Okay, go to your start menu.
Oh, that's
You are coming. You are when they are done.
Start menu, you type py or you type Python. It will show you Python app. You click on it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. That's the first thing I'm going to do now.
Why am I not saying it?
One minute.
Repeat the Bible. Have you
This
actually
is how
read
we
it?
show that so you can do it.
So can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you go to your start menu. So you can either type Python in full or you type py. So it brings up Python and it shows you the version, right? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, you click on it. It launches the Python interpreter.
Already did.
Okay, have you done that? If you have done that, say hi.
I do show.
Hi.
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 Okay, that's good. That's good. I could hear like less than 10 highs.
You don't need to be doing.
I have over 15.
Oh.
Yeah. So I need to hear more highs. If you launch a Python interpreter, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Great. Okay. Okay. Great.
Yes.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay, you're welcome to class today. We'll still continue with Python. So after the previous class, we looked at basic things about what Python is. Okay, we said it's a programming language. You know, it's a general purpose language. We said it's easy to learn. When it was released, who released it, and all of that. So today, this is what we're going to be looking at. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is class day 2.
Mm.
This is our second class. So we're going to be seeing what Python is again. Saying that, oh, Python is a formal language, understand inputs and outputs, how to print and accept data on the Python interpreter. We're also going to look at arithmetic operators. Then we're going to know what debugging is, just on a lighter mode. Then we're going to work with Python in 2 modes, the interactive mode and the script mode. Then we're going to know what variables are, expression and statements. Then at the end of the class, I'm going to share an assignment. So you have it on the group. Your parents will show it to you, and it will be due by Wednesday. When will it be due?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So what I expect from you now is to pay good attention and be concentrated. Okay?
Okay.
So if you need to use your pen and paper just on the side, you can do that. Okay, so before I start, I'm just going to call names of the students just to be sure they are here, right? 1 minute. So as we are moving on, people are actually joining the class, so I'll be admitting them to the class. Okay, so we move on right now. So the first thing is that Python is a formal language. However, you have formal language, you have natural languages. So we're going to just explain what it is. Now, what is a formal language? Formal languages are designed by people for specific use or application. So Python is a formal language. In the slide there, you could see that you have examples of formal languages. You have Python, you have Java, you have HTML, XML, you have a host of them, okay? And what makes them formal? What makes them formal is that they are designed by people and they are for specific use, okay? So now on this slide, what you need to just take from here is that your Python is a formal language, right? Now, and the formal languages have strict syntax rules. Okay, what it means is that when you're going to be typing your codes, right? you need to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, it's going to flag an error. It's going to flag a syntax error saying, oh, you've done something wrong. So, and then you need to correct it. Now, syntax rules determine how statements are written. Now, in the course of the class, I would show you what your syntax is, or in fact, is one of the things you'll be doing. And in fact, you must have been doing that, but then just to let you know, you will be writing some codes, and that's what you call syntax. And in writing the codes, you need to follow some rules, okay? Now, it applies to two things. One is the token and structure, right? One is the token and structure. So now, for example, on the slide, can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, now I said example in mathematics, you can work this out. 3 plus 3 is going to give you 6, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, but you have that you cannot work out 3 plus equals 5 ampersand sign and 6, or 4 plus equals 7, because it's not correct. That is, you cannot do that in mathematics, isn't it? Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, thank you. So now in your syntax, that is, your syntax applies to two things. Tokens. What are tokens? Tokens are the elements of the language, and then they involve the words you're going to be typing, the numbers, the symbols. Those are what you call token. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, the plus sign, minus sign, and all other kinds of symbols. Those are what you call token. So if you use a wrong token, there is going to be an error. Now, if you actually look at this circle over here in blue, can you see this circle?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, can you read out what's in that circle?
The language.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
English, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Igbo are known as natural language. And not designed by anyone, by the people.
Which is not supposed
Thank
to.
you.
How is that?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it means that the languages you speak at your home, at your houses,
Yes,
they are called natural languages, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, they are called natural languages, and because they are not designed by anyone, okay? But they get improved by people. For example, we are speaking English, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And then your teachers in the school teaches you English, right? And they teach you preposition, adjective, and all of that. So many rules because they are being improved by people, right? So those are what you call natural languages. But your Python is what? Is a formal language. What did I say?
Python is a formal language.
Thank you very much. Now, if you come underneath, I drew a rectangle pointing to the red example here. Let me highlight it here. Can you see my highlights?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so there I have 3 plus equals 5. Ampersand, the sign you're seeing there is ampersand. Some of you actually call it and, right? Ampersand, then 6. Now, that ampersand is an illegal token if you want to have a mathematical expression, because there is no such expression in maths, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in the course of you actually writing your Python codes, when you use an illegal token, there is going to be a syntax error. So in summary, there are rules and you're going to be following the rules, okay? So now still on formal and natural languages. Now in the previous slide, I said that the syntax rules determine how statements are written. Okay, that is the structure. And the syntax rules apply to two things, the token and structure. That's what we have just seen. And then passing. What does passing mean? Passing means figuring out if the token and structure of a statement is legal and valid. Don't worry, I'm going to show you all of this right now. But let's just look at this so that we have it in our minds. So, and that Python passes a statement before executing it. So I'm going to show you an example right now. Please, can you mute your systems? Okay. So I'm going to be showing you an example here. Let me share my screen. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you have here is the Python interpreter, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I want to say 2 plus 5. Okay. It will show us the result when I hit the enter key, right? 2
Yes,
is a token. The plus is a token. The 5 is a token. Now, once I hit the enter key, now what the Python interpreter does is to figure out if the statements are all valid, right? It's going to check if what I've written is valid. If it's not valid, it's going to complain. So now, for instance, the example that we had on this slide, let me just give something related. Okay, so can you see that? I said 2 plus equals 5 ampersand 7. Okay, so on your Python interpreter, can you type that? So we're going to be getting practical today, so be ready to do some things. However, I'm going to give you assignment at the end of the day, but let's just move on. So you do anything I ask you to do. If you have any question or challenges, just let me know by raising up your hand through the Zoom application. So I'm going to hit enter. So can you see what it displayed on the screen?
Yes.
yes.
So what did they say? What
Yes.
did the Python interpreter say? It says
Syntax error.
syntax error. Okay.
Syntax error.
Thank you. Because when it tried to pass it, it's saying that there are some tokens that are not legal or that are not valid or that are not supposed to be part of it. So that is why it's flagging it as a syntax error.
Sir, the
type,
is echoing.
yeah, okay.
It's echoing.
Okay, is it fine now? Please do not unmute yourself as it will be distracting the class. Thank you. Okay, So, if you type the right thing, then your Python interpreter would be able to pass and then execute it. So, on your Python interpreter, can you do a 2 plus 6? If you have done that and you have hit the enter key, say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. I'm expecting more highs.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm expecting more highs.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
That's good.
Hi.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Hi.
That's good. Okay, thank you. If you have not done so, you can say
Sir.
hi now.
Sir.
Okay, you have a question? Yes.
Sir, is Python a calculating code? Is it for calculation?
Okay, it is not only for calculation, it is for developing software programs. So, and every software programs,
Yeah.
every software programs support arithmetic operation and some other things. So I'm going to be showing you other things as well, other examples, right? Okay. So let's go. So what's your name?
Emmanuel.
I mean, the person that asked me a question.
Emmanuel.
Manuel. Okay.
Sir.
So I'm actually declaring a variable, and I want to print out that variable. Don't worry, we're going to get to all of this. This is just to explain to you what tokens are, and that if you use the wrong token, right, Python will flag an error. Okay, Python will flag an error. Okay, can you see the last thing I did?
Yes.
Because there's no such thing as 4 minus exponent sign. Okay, so that's just the point. Once you use a wrong token, you will have a syntax error. Please, let's not unmute ourselves so that we can all hear what's going on. Okay, thank you. So we go back to the slide. Any question? Okay, in the absence of that. Okay, do you have a question? I can hear you. Please go ahead.
How are we supposed to do it without leaving without leaving?
Without leaving, how do you mean? Leave what?
The example, are we supposed to do it
Yes, you're supposed to do it. So now,
without leaving the window? How are we supposed to do it?
okay, the step is on your PC. Have you launched the Python interpreter?
No, I don't know how I'm going to do it without leaving
Leaving where?
the Zoom window.
Oh, okay. You just have to minimize your Zoom window or you reduce the size. Okay, just minimize the Zoom window. At least you can hear my voice. So your Zoom window, has it been minimized?
No.
So that I can show you how to launch the Python interpreter.
Is it full screen?
So on your Zoom window, you see the minimize button. That's the minus sign.
I've done that.
Okay, so 1 minute, let me show you how you launch your Python. One minute. I want to share all my screen.
So when you see it, they can remind them.
1 minute. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. So you go to your start menu, you click on it. Inside the search box, you type Python. So you're going to see the Python app here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So on your screen, do you have it shown in this manner?
Yes.
Okay, click on it. So when
No.
you click on it, okay,
Should we open?
Yes, open. By just clicking on it.
I've opened it.
Thank you. What do you see? What can you see on your screen?
The prompt.
Thank you very much. So can you do a simple arithmetic, just 2 + 4, then you hit the enter key.
I've done that already.
18.
Great. Just do any simple arithmetic. It doesn't matter.
I've done it. I've done an arithmetic.
Okay, thank you. So that's how to launch your
But
Python
it, but already
interpreter. Okay, great. So that means you now know how to launch your Python interpreter.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we'll go back to the
Yes,
slide.
sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so still on this slide, at the latter part, I have that likewise, when we read a sentence, we determine if it's correct or not, right? So for instance, I have, sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what did you say?
My laptop can't reach what the Python that you explained.
Okay, your Python, I mean, your PC can't read it or can't do it.
And it said it can't reach it.
Reach it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it can't open the page.
Okay. On your start menu, go to your start menu. Click on the start menu.
I tried that how you are. You wrote syntax error, invalid syntax. Should you tell him?
How we are.
Like, look at the
Print.
example.
You
E.g.
didn't
print.
put print now.
So you must.
So on your Windows menu, you type
Excuse me,
Python in
sir.
the search box. I can hear you. Go ahead.
So we wrote how you are, and he wrote syntax error, invalid syntax.
So whenever we want to type, must we
Add print.
Thank you very much. You must add print. Print is a function. So
Okay.
inside the function, you're going to use the single quotes you are seeing on the screen.
So,
Can you see? Yeah.
So is there an attribute? Have you a tag?
Okay, no, it's a function. Print is a function. And every
Okay.
function have a parenthesis. That's the bracket you're seeing. So to print something on the screen, you must put it in a quote. So you can see the quote here. Let me give it a color. Please, if you're not asking a question, just mute your PC. Thank you.
Sir, does Python have attributes and tags?
Okay, it doesn't make use of tags. Where you have tags are in HTML, CSS, and all of that.
CSS.
Yeah.
Okay.
XML and all of that. So this is a program.
So it was always at print.
Must the P be in capital letter small?
Small letter. Okay, so I would continue. What I'm trying to say is not just about the print. What I want you to understand here is that we're actually seeing what formal languages are. And on this part, we're talking about passing. Let me highlight it. Passing, can you see that? Passing
So
means...
about the question I asked.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Apologies. I was moved forward by other questions. Okay, yes, let's come to you. Now, on your PC, do you have it installed, Python installed?
Yes. It is
Thank
only
you.
Python 3.I I have 3.9.
Not a problem. It will still do what we want to do. Okay, since you have it installed, can you click on your Windows menu? Let me also share my screen. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, what's the name of the person asking the question so that I can...
Kemi.
Femi, okay. Femi, click.
Not Kemi, Kemi.
Kemi, okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Kemi, okay, click on your Windows menu. And if your Windows menu have a search box like you can see, so type Python inside, and then just before you are done typing it, it should bring out Python for you if it is installed.
I don't understand. Well, how you got to this place, I don't understand.
Okay, what's your name?
Davina.
Sorry?
Davina.
Davina, okay. Davina, just follow me. Just look at my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are going to do as I say, or in fact, do as I do. So I'm typing Python on my search box. That is the Windows menu here. Okay, can you see my mouse?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I clicked on the Windows menu, but I'm typing on the search box, right? Does your PC have a search box? Kemi, Davina, does your PC have a search box?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
can you
sir.
type Python in the search box?
I've done it.
So what do you see?
I see Python 3.9.
Okay, can you click on it? Click on Davina, can you click on it? What do you see?
I've clicked on it.
Python 3.10.
Great. So click on it, and when you click on it, what can you see now? It should show you the Python interpreter window. Can you see that?
Yes.
Is it the same thing at your side, Davina?
Yes, sir.
Davina, are you okay? Great. So you can see how to launch a Python interpreter. So are we good to go?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now I was coming back to passing. I was coming to explain what passing is. Okay, and on the screen, can you read what passing is on the screen? I can't hear you.
Passing means figuring out if the token and structure of a statement is legal and valid.
Thank you. It means figuring out if the token and structure of a statement is legal or if it's valid. Okay, and that Python passes a statement before executing it. It means that Python checks to know if what you have written is legal, whether it is okay, whether it will allow it to be executed. So now on the slide, I was trying to explain that when we speak in English, sometimes we make mistake, isn't it? So, and when someone makes a mistake, we try to correct the person, right?
Yes.
But some people will first of all laugh about it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but now at that part where you sense that there's a mistake, sometimes there's a reaction. Is that you look at the person or you try to make a sign that, oh, what is this? It doesn't sound well, right?
Yeah.
So now, what? Okay, great. What that means is that if it is Python right now, what it means is that Python is passing, is figuring out. And to you, you're also figuring out what has been spoken, if it is correct. So in the example here, I have how you are, right? How you are is not a correct English, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So now that is what I'm trying to say, that even you also do some passing sometimes. You try to figure out if what your friend or your brother or sister have spoken, if it's correct. So now
Yes,
in
sir.
Python, it does passing as well. So, but then we're going to see that as we move on. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So we're actually moving to the next slide. Now, every program requires inputs. Like you can see on the screen, in programming, inputs could be received through the keyboard, through a file, through a device, sound and image and all of that. I know that some of you play games on your PC or on your
Sir, my
PS4 and all of that.
has been set up now. What can I do?
Okay, what's your name?
Nifemi.
Nifemi. Okay, great. Your Python has been set up now. That's very good. So you can see my screen, isn't it? Okay, can you see my screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
I can see it.
Nifemi, can you see my screen?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good.
You will not see anything.
Yes.
Like Victoria now, they stop their video.
Oh, please don't stop your video. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, great. So Nifemi, just watch me as I explain to you the process of launching your Python interpreter. So on your Windows menu, Okay, on your Windows menu, can you see my mouse?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to the Windows menu. In fact, to the search box.
Yes, sir.
To the search box. So does your PC have a search box?
I can see your mouse.
This is my mouse. Okay, can you see my mouse?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'm going to do that again. Okay, just follow my mouse gently. Okay, can you see my mouse?
I can't see it. So I can't see it.
Can you see my mouse? Okay, you know what? Just click on the Windows menu on your PC.
That's the show that he's talking about.
Can you see my cursor? Okay, Nifemi, can you see my cursor? Okay, I'm typing Python in the search box. So can you do the same?
Yes. Yes. Okay, I don't have Python.
Nifemi, are you there? Nifemi, are you there?
Yes, like this. Like this, yes.
Nifemi, are you there? I can't hear you anymore. Okay, you know what? Just watch what I do, then you can do that. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I'm typing Python on my
Sir, I need to
side.
ask a question.
Okay, who is speaking? Is that Nifemi?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let's be done with Nifemi. We'll be very brief. Okay, on the Nifemi, I'm typing Python on my search box, and when I do that, it will bring up Python this way if it is installed. Can you do same?
Okay. That's how I've seen it.
Okay, can you click on it?
Should we open it?
Yes, open by clicking on it.
I've opened it.
Thank you. Is that Nifemi?
No.
I want to hear Nifemi. Are you there, Nifemi? I have to move on. We don't have enough time. Okay, thank you. You will see how to learn Python in the course of this slide. Don't worry. Okay, so in programs, you have inputs. Inputs will be received through the keyboard when you type something, through a file, device, sound, image, and all of that. So you can see from the screen, you have some keys using the keyboard to type something. You have an image of a file. You have input devices, keyboard, mouse. You have scanner, you have microphone, you have a webcam. Okay, something like a joystick, a trackball, and you have your game pads. Okay, so these are the ways of receiving inputs into your program, because in the course of this class, you're going to be supplying inputs into the program, but basically it's going to be from your keyboard, right? When you're typing your code. Okay, so now first thing here is how to print data on the interpreter. Yeah, someone asks, how can you print something on the Python interpreter? To print, you need to use the print function. Okay, the print function. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. So I'll use the print function and I can say, hello, welcome to Python. Okay, then I hit the enter key. So that's the way to print something on the Python interpreter, by using the print function. And when you are actually making use of the print function, can you hear me? Just pay good attention, then you're going to grab what I'm saying.
Don't know how to send my message. I want to send my message to my dad. Please.
So the print function, inside the print function, that is inside the bracket, you can use single quotes by typing something, right? Or you can use double quotes. This is what I mean by double quotes. Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
So
Yes.
can we all do the same thing just in 2 minutes? Once you're done, say hi.
Sir, I want to say something.
Go ahead. What's your name? Before you say anything, just mention your name first.
My name is Chinwendu Ochonma.
Okay. Okay. Okay, what's your question?
It's not a question.
Okay.
I just wanted to say I don't have Python.
Wow. On your laptop?
No, someone else.
Okay, how about your own laptop?
Also me.
I have.
So can you make use of your own laptop?
You give it to someone. Okay.
Thank you. So once you're done typing what I've just done on the screen, say hi.
Tell me how to.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
What?
Hi.
No, just tell me.
Hi.
Is it number 6? Who do you want to talk to?
So are you done with this?
Where is the one that you have sent?
It's right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, I've done it.
If you're not done, say no.
No.
Okay, we're waiting for you. So please, can you do that now? So can you see my screen? Just do what you, type what you have on the screen, then you hit the enter key. Have you done that?
Use a print function.
Yes, this is a print function. So inside the function, you're going to use either a single quote or a double quote. So I'm showing you an example of, I've just showed you an example of a single quote. So this is an example of.
So I've done it.
Okay, thank you very much. If you have not done it, say no.
No.
Okay, please do that. I'm waiting for you. I have 1 minute for you to do that.
I've done it.
Thank
You
you.
have to write it by yourself.
Thank you.
Can we put together?
So you have just 1 minute.
Sir.
Yeah. Your name.
Sir.
Your name first. Your name first.
Sir, if you are coding a website, Emmanuel.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Emmanuel and Dotun.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, if you are coding a website, you have to consider HTML, Java.
Sorry, take that again.
This thing has.
Okay, take that again. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Can't hear you again. Okay, you can still ask your question maybe in the course of the class. So I have someone raising up his hand here. Chine Miriam. Okay, what's the question?
Sir, what is a simple code?
Sorry?
What is a simple code?
A simple code. Okay, there's no such thing as simple code, but a code is simple anyway.
Emoji. No. Emoji.
Okay, did you hear me? Okay. There's no such thing as simple code.
Network is so bad.
Excuse me, sir. This is Demiladin.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Brother.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
So my Python has finally come up. But it's
Wonderful.
some numbers and some letters.
What did he say?
My Python has finally come up, but it's showing some numbers and some letters.
Showing some numbers and some letters. Okay, so have you launched the interpreter?
No, sir.
How do I go about that?
Thank you very much. Just hold on, just watch what I do. Go to your start menu. In the search box, type Python.
Come in, sir.
Go to your search box on your Windows menu, type Python.
Yes, sir.
So click on Python to show you the version you have on your PC.
Yes, sir.
So once you click on it, it launches the Python interpreter. That's what we call the prompt anyway.
So I've clicked it already.
Okay, what do you see?
The thing is showing me what I saw before.
What did you see before? Hello, what did you see before?
Version 3.9.
Thank you very much. That's what you're meant to see. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing you have done, just so that you know you are on the right track. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Version 3.10.
Don't worry about the versions. There are so many versions, right? So,
Okay.
and it's still going to do what we want to do. So Nifemi, I don't know if I'm correct. Your screen, your Python screen should look like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I still have some hands raised up. I have Big E. I know that's not your name, but that's what's saved here. So I can hear you. Just go ahead. Yes.
Now, I was asking you a question. When we're coding, do we consider HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python all together, or it's only one?
Okay, thank you very much. When you want to code to actually build a website or a web application, you're going to be using all of that together. Okay, but you have to learn each of them one after the other.
Okay, now I've already finished with
HTML.
HTML.
Yeah, so if you're
We're
done,
learning CSS.
okay, that's great. That's great. So now once you're done with CSS, now have you learned Python already?
No, we're just learning it. This is
Thank
our
you very
first class.
much. Okay, thank you very much. So this is what you should be doing by now. So you are on track. Right, you're on track. Thank you. Okay, I see I have so many hands raised up. Okay, go ahead, Susan.
When I press Control C, why is it keyboard error?
Please, before you. Okay. Sorry, can you mention your name? Let me hear you first with your name so that I can know who is speaking. Just tell me your name first. Sorry? Hello? Please go ahead. Your voice is faint. Sorry, I've muted everybody. Please, I would call your name. Once I call your name, then you can ask your question. If I've not called your name, please don't ask. Okay, so that we're able to move very fast. Okay, Susan, you have a question. Please go ahead.
So when I press Control C, why does it show keyboard interrupts?
Okay, because on Python, you cannot use Control C. Okay, because you're not trying to end a program. You, on a Windows prompt, you can use Control C, and then most time you use Control C to interrupt a program, that is to bring a program that is running to an end. So, and that's not what we are doing here. And sometimes on some screen, you use it to clear the screen and all of that. But on Python, you can't use Ctrl+C because you don't have any program running at this point. So, thank you. Daniel, you have a question? And once I have answered your question, let me know if you're okay, then you mute your PC. We need to be very fast. Okay, Daniel, you have a question.
Mommy, you have not answered our question.
What's your question? What's your question? Your name and your question. Let's be very fast. Okay, I will take it that there's no question. Okay, I have Anu Oluwako. What's the question? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to continue. So now, have you seen? Sorry, come again.
Excuse me, sir.
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
So I thought you used VLC code to create a website.
Can you?
I thought you used VLC code to create a website.
Okay, Visual Studio Code. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an IDE, is a tool that you can use to create websites. So on the VSC, you could type your HTML, CSS, and all of that. But we're not looking at that here, so that we don't
proceed to kill a program in Python.
Sorry?
I thought you used Ctrl+C to kill a program in Python.
Yes, but on the screen now, we don't have any program running, so your Ctrl+C is not going to work. Okay, there is not any program running right now. Now, Ctrl+C is if you have a program that is running on the prompt, and I'm not sure you have done anything of such. So I don't want to go too much into that so that I don't confuse other people. Okay.
Does Python interpreter have script mode?
Sorry?
Does Python interpreter have script mode?
Yes, don't worry. We're going to do all of that here today. Okay, what's your name?
Daniel.
Thank you very much, Daniel. We're going to see how to work with the script mode. Okay, so just follow me. Okay. All right. We don't have much time. We have to move on. I'll answer other questions as we proceed. Okay. So this is how to print data on the interpreter. Use your print function. You use a single quote or a double quote. Type some things in it, and you hit the enter key. Okay. So that's that. And then this is just an example of what I've just explained, where you make use of the print function. You have some sentence or some strings in it, and hit the enter key, and you're okay. You can use a single quote or double quotes, and that's that. Now, in Python, before you start writing some meaningful programs, right? You need to understand that you have operators and there are several of them, but we're going to be seeing arithmetic operators because that is at the level in which we're going to be doing what we want to do so that you can understand and you're able to apply them, okay? So now we have what we call arithmetic operators, and our computer uses them to perform arithmetic, okay? But you must specify what type of operation you want, okay? For example, on my screen, you could see an example that says 5 plus 4, isn't it? Now, the plus sign in the example is the operator. The 4 and the 5 is what we call operand. Okay, so that's just a classification of how you use your operator. So, and we'll have examples of arithmetic operators here. We have the plus, which is for addition, minus, subtraction. And then you have division, which you know as this other sign. So when you're going to be doing or then performing an arithmetic operation that requires division, so you're going to use this sign here. They have multiplication, that's this sign. You also have what we call modulus. Some people call it modulo. It's used to get the remainder of a division. For instance, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So here I have 6 modulus 2. That's the way you read it. 6 modulus 2. What it means is that it says 6, it means 6 divided by 2. Of course, you know what the answer is. What's the answer?
0.
No. I meant, okay, sorry. 6 divided by 2 is what?
3.
Thank you.
3.
It's 3, but there is no any remainder, right? Is there a remainder?
Yes. No.
Thank you. So the remainder is 0. That's what we mean, right? When there is no remainder, what you have is 0. Instead, the modulus is going to be 0, right? When you have a remainder, you type the remainder. So now I have an example that says that reads 3 modulus 2. It means, okay, this is what it means. It means 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2. Let me use the sign that you know. Okay, don't worry. Just get used to this. 3 divided by 2 is what?
2 remainder 1.
It's 1.
1.5.
Thank you.
1.5.
Well, 1.5, you're right. But it's 1 anyway. But it's going to have a remainder of what? I'm interested in the remainder. What's the remainder?
1.
Thank you.
1.
So 3 modulus 2 is equal to 1. Modulus is about fetching the remainder of a division. So it is not about the result of the division, but the remainder of the division. Okay? Okay? So I'm going to ask a question right now on modulus, just to show, I mean, or know if you are following me and if you understand. I'm going to explain it again. Have a seat. Let me type it here so that you can all see. So 5 modulus 3 is what?
3.
Okay.
Remainder.
No.
1.67.
Okay. Thank you, but let me explain what it means so that you all understand. And I'm going to clean all of this just so you understand. So 5 modulus 3, it means 5, right? Divided by 3. I'm going to
I don't
have
understand.
1. Okay, just follow me. Just follow me. Just follow me. 5 divided by 3. You know that you're going to have 1 and you have a remainder. What's the remainder?
2.
Thank you. It is the remainder that is called the modulus. The remainder. The remainder is what? 2. The remainder is what we are interested in, not the result of the remainder. Okay? Let me give you another one. 5 modulus 4. What is the answer?
1.
1. The remainder is 1. That is what we're interested in. I'm going to give you another one just to be sure you understand me. 6 modulus 3 is what? What's the remainder?
0.
Yes, that is what we're interested in, the remainder. Thank you. So the next one is exponent. Exponent means multiplying the number on the left a number of times on the right. 6 exponent 2 means 6 times 6. Okay, which is 36. 5 exponent 3 means 5 times 5 times 5.
I cannot even see what you even said.
Okay, so I'll give us a simple example here. 2 exponent 3. Don't worry, I'll explain what this means. 2 exponent 2 just means 2 times 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is 4. Now another one, 2 exponent 3 means 2 times 2 times 2, which is what?
6.
8. 8.
David is in the house. David.
No. Okay, don't worry. We'll all learn this. I'm going to give you an assignment, so you're going to know how to do this. Okay. So these are the arithmetic operators you have. Okay, in Python. So now, can you mention them? Okay,
Addition.
Yes.
Subtraction.
Yes.
Division. Multiplication. Modulus and exponent.
Thank you very much. So now, in this example here that I'm highlighting, the plus sign here is a what? Is the operator. Okay, can you say that?
Operator.
Yeah, the plus sign in that mathematics you have up here is the operator. The 5 and the 4 is called what? The operand.
Operand.
Yes, operand. Because why do you call them operand? When you have an operator, the operator needs an operand on the left and it needs an operand on the right, because you cannot have an operator without operands. It's not going to do anything. There won't be any effect. Okay. So that is that. Now, the next thing is I'm going to show you how to accept data from the prompt. So from now on, you're going to be seeing how to accept data. Maybe you want to ask a question, you want to write a program that will ask someone, what is your name? How old are you? Where do you live? where is your state of origin, things like that. So to do that, you need to call or invoke the impute function. There's a function called impute. There's a function called impute. Okay. So, and when you make use of the impute function, inside the brackets, you ask your question. For instance, you can see my example here.
Yes, sir.
I said first name. First name is a variable. It can be anything. And I'm saying impute, and I'm asking the question inside the impute function, so that when you do this on your Python interpreter, okay, you're going to be able to ask a question and you print the results. What's this?
Show you what we have. See.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to accept data from the prompt by making use of the input function. Inside the input function, I want to ask a question. What is your name? Okay. What this means is that once I hit the enter key, it will ask me.
It will ask me.
It will ask this question.
It will ask this question.
And expecting me to enter a value. Okay. So I'm going to enter Nifemi's name here. And I'll hit the enter key. Now you can see that there's an effect. It has received the value I typed. I typed Nifemi as the name, right?
Yes.
Now, but we can't see Nifemi. We need to see that value. So we're going to use the print function. You know that the data. So we're going to say, oh, print out what we have stored in the variable called first name. We're going to look at variable, but just follow me. So can you see that?
Yes.
So now that is what you're going to do now. On your Python creator, you're going to type this. First name is equal to impute. Impute is a function. So inside the parentheses, okay, you put a quote. You can use a single quote or a double quote. Then your question, then you hit the enter key. Yeah, someone is saying, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
please go ahead. Yes.
Why is it that when you type "and" on the Python, it show it because it gives a yellow color.
It gives a yellow color. Where?
So when you type "and" on the Python.
You mean on this interpreter?
Yes, sir.
I've not typed any "and."
Sir, I typed "and" it is showing it and it's giving a yellow color.
So you mean this way?
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
I'm not seeing any yellow color. But however, your "and" is a keyword.
By keyword.
Is there?
Go.
Okay, so and is a keyword, even at that, but not seeing any yellow color here.
So what do you mean by keyword? Wait, something.
Sorry?
So what do you mean by keyword?
Thank you very much. Keywords are special tokens, okay, that the Python interpreter uses in its structure, that is in its statements. They are words that you cannot use when you are actually declaring a variable. They are special keywords and they are meant to perform specific functions. They are special tokens,
Like
meant to perform specific functions. So when you're writing your program, you're going to use it to perform a specific function, but you cannot use it like a literal. You cannot say just type and without you adding the other tokens that it needs.
So which type of token?
Okay, now tokens are numbers, okay? They are words or symbols. So if I type 2 on the screen right now, 2 is a token, is a legal token. You know, so anything you type, they are all tokens. Let me don't even say word number. Anything you type are tokens, but not all tokens are legal. And there are some that are special, which is what we actually refer to as keywords. Okay. All right. So back to what we're supposed to do. I said we should do this. Ask this question on your Python interpreter, supply your name, then hit the enter key.
Oh, I've done that already.
Okay. If you have done that, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, in fact, instead, if you have done that, just say your name.
Manuel and Dot.
Victoria.
Yeah.
It's my name on
Just tell me your name if you have done this. I'm waiting.
Victoria. Davina.
Davina, right. Are you doing the same thing? Is it working? All right, good. So Chikam, so have you done yours?
No.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm trying to open the Python interpreter.
Yes, you don't need to open it multiple times. Just open one, then you can do everything you want to do on it.
So what are we supposed to type?
Just type what you have on the screen. First name equal to input, then double quotes, then you type what is your name. You understand? Just do what you are seeing on the screen. When you hit the enter key, it will ask you a question and it will be waiting for you to supply a value. Okay? It will be waiting for you to supply a value. So, and in waiting, you see the cursor. So the cursor is blinking. Okay, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's expecting you to to actually type your name. When you type your name, you hit the enter key. You hit the enter key. Patrick, have you done this?
So,
I can hear you. Please go ahead. I can hear you. Please go ahead.
When I'm pressing that thing is to say value and error. And I'm pressing what is that?
What I'm saying. You can't.
Yes.
Before you do anything at this market, you must see like this offline. What do you want to do? What's your name?
Yes. What is your name? Then you enter here. What is your name?
What do you want to press? Is it for
Don't
remove.
So once it asks you what is your name, you type your name, hit the enter key. After you have hit the enter key, then you now do print first name so that it shows you what you have retrieved into the first name.
That's why you press and make it get. You press.
I don't have like this. I'm one pressing on.
I don't understand.
So have you done this?
Yes.
I'm even seeing Ricky.
Don't worry, just take it step by step. Okay. Have you done this? Okay, I have some people raising up their hands.
How can I save it?
Yes, we're going to come to that. That is the script mode. We're going to be doing that. So I'll show you how to save your file. Don't worry. Let's just do this. I have Davina. You have a question?
Why can't you not do it?
And I have Osage. What's the question? A big way, do you have a question?
That's civil.
No question.
Okay. Thank you. But are you able to do what I've just done?
This man. This is the two. This is the two. There is the two. Yes, yes.
A big way, can you do what I've just done? Is it working?
I'm just joining the class.
Oh, okay. Okay, if you're just joining the class, just launch your Python interpreter. Do you know how to launch a Python interpreter?
No.
Okay, thank you. Just watch my screen, okay? I'll go to the menu, the start menu search box. And do you have Python installed on your PC?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So,
Ma.
sorry, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. One minute. Let me plug my charger.
It's not much yet. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going up and down. In. David. Come on, sit. Hi guys.
How are you?
Fine.
Chidima, buy that big one. 3. Yes, don't worry. Buy 3.
Hey.
Hey. Are you eating? Which account is yours again? Your own.
Okay, can you all do what I've just done? Are you able to do that? Hello?
Oh, come. Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, Chief from 9, are you able to do what I've just done?
No.
So do you have your Python interpreter up?
No, not now.
Where is your laptop?
My sister just
Okay, I understand. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to give everybody an assignment, so you take your time and you'll be able to do what I've just done. But just follow me, okay?
Well, can you?
I can hear you.
Can you how would I say it? Can you shut up? Like,
Was I forgotten what you want to say?
put it on the class
Screen.
PDF.
Yes, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put the step. I'm going to put the manual. I'm going to show you some videos on how to do
and
all
the
of
assignment.
Yes, you're going to have all of that. But before I give you the assignments or show you any video, you need to see me do it so that you can remember. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, that's very important.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let me share my screen. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so that's that on how to accept data from the prompts. And your assignment is going to contain this anyway, but don't worry, I'll show you everything. There will be a video on how to do this. So you're going to take your time to know how to do this. And once you've learned how to do this, I'm very sure you're going to be happy about that. Chidubem and Kosiso, you have a question? Please go ahead. Okay, you can't see your hand anymore. Daniel, you have a question. Daniel Amako, you have a question.
One of the class for on different things.
Can you take that again? I can't hear you properly.
One out of the class, and I meet up on different things.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. But I was adding you back. Maybe there's a connection either here or there. But on the once I see any name participant, I ensure I admit the person. Sorry about that. But don't worry. I'm going to share this manual. I'm going to share some videos on all what we're doing. Okay. And even there's going to be a YouTube link for you to watch this again. So if you've missed out on anything, then you'll be able to watch the video. And then once you watch the video, you'll be able to do all what's been done.
So how are you going to send the video?
I'm going to share the link.
Oh.
After the class. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. WhatsApp.
Yeah, on the WhatsApp group. I'll share it there. Okay, Davina, do you have a question?
I have the WhatsApp number.
You have a WhatsApp group.
Don't worry, your parents will show you, your mom or dad will show you, don't worry. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Is that Emmanuel?
Yes, sir. So I made a mistake. How do you delete it?
How do you
delete it?
Okay, you don't have to delete it. Just use your arrow key, your up arrow key or down to move to what you have typed before. You don't have to delete anything. But you can use the backspace. It's not like you're deleting, it's just to clean what's there.
I've tried it, it didn't work.
Okay, you just have to type what you wanted to type before.
No, but sir, once you have typed enter, you can't delete, you can't erase it.
Okay, once you have hit the enter key, but you
Yes,
can
sir.
use the up arrow key to bring back what you typed earlier.
Okay.
So now, for instance, look at my screen. I'm asking what is your name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm saying Daniel. Okay.
No, Dennis.
Now.
This one, Dennis zone.
Just watch me. And I'm printing what's there. Now, if I want to go back to what I've been typing before, you make use of your up arrow key. Do you have your up arrow key? So you can use it to bring back what you have typed before. And if you want to clean, you use the backspace.
Was this your up arrow key?
Okay. Yes, I use your backspace.
So what the up arrow key is not working.
Yeah, the up arrow key. Thank you very much.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Yes, sir.
It should. It should. Maybe it should. Only if you've not typed anything previously, but it should. If it's not working, use the down arrow key. Any of them should bring back what you have typed before.
I will try that.
And it's still not working.
Yes, sir.
Something is wrong, but I'll help you find out what could be the cause. But let's move on. Okay, just follow me, okay? That's the most important thing. So we'll move to the next slide. There's something we call debugging. Can you say that? Debugging.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have on the screen? Please read what you have on the screen.
Programmers make mistakes during coding.
Programmers make mistakes during
Programming errors are called
when
bugs.
When bugs occur, the code will either
programming error are called
Okay, sorry. Not compile. Okay, thank you. Debugging. Okay, I'm going to explain what debugging is. First of all, I'll start from the bottom. Debugging is the process of tracking programming error. Okay, what did I say? Debugging is a process of tracking programming error. Can you say that?
Debugging is the process of tracking programming error.
Yes, because there could be errors. Because programmers make mistakes during coding. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Just after this slide, so that we could move very fast. 1 minute. I'll come back to you. Please, mute your microphone. Thank you. Okay, so actually I said that debugging is the process of tracking programming errors. Now, and the programmers make mistakes during coding for some whimsical reason, the very amusing reason, and all of that. But the bottom line is that programmers make mistakes. And that mistake causes bugs. And programming error are what we call bugs. When bugs occur, when there is a bug in a code, the code will either not compile, soon execute, and even though it compiles, it could break during execution. That is, it will stop running during execution because there is a bug. Okay. Now, when there's a bug in a code, what is required of you is to debug. Okay. And that means going through the code line by line to spot the cause of the bug. So I'm going to be calling you programmers from now, okay? Because you've already started learning how to program. So when there's an error, so I'm going to be calling you programmers now. Programmer Emmanuel, programmer Patrick, Chikamso, Daniel, Davina, Victoria. Have a host of names here. Chief Umnaya, programmer Anjori, Temitokwe, Ebegwe, Abigail, Chidube, Mkosiso, Chinemerem, Collins, some other names, Emmanuel and Dotun, Anolu Akpo, you're all programmers, Obina, Oluwakemi, Osaze. So to programmers from today onwards, okay? So now programmers make error. They make mistakes. When they make mistakes, it causes bugs in the application. And those programming errors are what you call bugs. When it occurs, you need to debug. And what does it mean to debug? It means you need to go through the code to see or to spot the cause of the bug. It means you have to go through what you have written. Like in the course of the class, okay? And some of you were saying, oh, I'm having syntax error because there's a bug in what you have written. And the only way you could spot it is by debugging. And debugging means tracking, going through the code line by line, just to see what you have done wrong. Not that you have done anything wrong deliberately, but like you have seen on the screen, the programmers make mistakes during coding. So you don't need to be upset. You don't need to get angry. This is part of what you're going to be doing.
You do not understand your crime.
And it makes you patient, and it makes you to look at things properly. It makes you to be calm. Look at what you have done. Have you typed the right thing? Is there any wrong token? Did I put the quote where I'm trying to, as in close a bracket? Did I use the right operator? Is there an operand on the left or on the right when I'm trying to do an addition? Things like that, okay? So you're going to be debugging. It's just about going through your code just to spot the cause of the bug, okay? Thank you. So we're going to move to the next slide. In programming, there's what we call data types. Okay, can programmer Davina, can you read out what I have highlighted?
Yes, sir.
Please read that.
A data type is a classification of data that tells the compiler how to use or process a piece of data.
Thank you very much, programmer Davina. Yes, we said that a data type is a classification of data that tells the compiler how to use or process a piece of data. I'm going to give you an illustration. Now, Davina, in your mom's kitchen, in the kitchen, right? If you go to the kitchen, you know that there are different containers for storing groundnut oil, right? Are you there with me?
Yes, sir.
There is a different container for storing palm oil, right?
Yes.
There's a different container for storing the cubes. You understand, the condiments, your Maggi and all sorts. Okay, and there's a container for storing salt, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is a specific container to store a specific thing. So you cannot store pepper where you have put salt, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So the same thing applies to programming. It has what is called data type. It's just a classification that tells the compiler how to use or process a piece of data. For instance, if I ask you, oh, how old are you? Of course, you're going to tell me your age in numbers, right? Yes, you can either say 7, 8, or 9, or 10, and all of that. But I'm not expecting, I'm not expecting anything like alphabet. Do you understand? Hello?
Hi.
Yes, I'm not expecting anything like ABC. If I say, how old are you? Okay. So a data type determines what value can be stored and what operation can be performed on an operand. I'll give you an example. Just follow my screen, okay? Follow my screen, follow my screen, follow my screen. So for instance, I can say age is equal to 12, right? 12 is a 12 is a number. 12 is a number. The age there is a variable name. But my expectation is a number. I'm not expecting anything like you saying A, B, C, D and all of that. Right? Okay. But this is it now on the screen. This is still going to work. Okay. Sorry, because I've already assigned something to it. Let me launch a new one just before I type any age. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't put in quotes because that's a string. Okay, but then this is not what I'm expecting, right? What I'm expecting is that I'm expecting a number. Okay, so the data type is just telling us the type of container that we want to use to store the value and what operation can be performed on it. So, and that most programming languages support basic types. Please, can you mute your PCs? Please don't unmute if I don't ask you to unmute yourself, please. Thank you. So, okay, so then can you hear me? I'm sure you can hear me because I've muted everybody. So I just want us to hear my voice alone. So if you have any question, you just raise up your hand. I'm going to call you so that the class is not distracted. Okay, so now from my picture here, I have the classification of data type. So if you trace the arrows, let's come to the part that has to do with numeric. Okay, the part that has to do with numeric. If you can see that it has 3 classifications: integer, float, complex number. But then we're not going to be treating everything. Okay, and then the ones we're going to be treating are going to be integer, float, and strings for now. As we move on with the class, I'm going to be introducing the rest. Okay, so that is the way we are going to move. Someone was trying to raise the hand up the other time, but it's not there again. Okay, so that is just that. It's just a classification. So now if you want to write a program, and then in that program you want to accept data from the prompt, you need to specify the kind of data type you want to use. But there is one thing about Python: it will not allow you, or that you are not expected to say integer or to say float, okay, or to say string. The kind of value you assign or you supply to a variable will determine the type. Okay, in this screen, just follow me as I try to show you certain things. Just follow me, follow me, follow me. So can you see my screen? I'm sure you can see my screen. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes,
So, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. So, here, I'm saying I just want to use a name anyway. right? I have declared a variable called last name, but the value stored in it is Davina. Okay, do you understand me now? Davina is what I have assigned to a variable called last name. Now, I cannot put, or I shouldn't assign a number to last name. For instance, if I say last name is 5. Oh, sorry, I didn't put a quote. 1 minute, please. Okay, this should be it first. Sorry. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. One minute. I want to show something just to make you understand where I'm going. Just be with me. Just be with me. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Okay, so in this one, it's just because I didn't put a quote. So actually, but the point is, the value I'm storing will determine what data type is going to be. And if you want to know what data type a particular value is, then you use a function called type. For instance, if I type 5 inside this function called type, it's going to tell me what data type 5 is. Can you see it?
Vicky. She left to me. What about Owen?
I'm using it.
What about Owen?
So can you see my screen?
Wait. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now what I have just done is to show you the data type a particular value is. So now, for instance, if I say 34 and I put it inside the function called type, it's going to show me what data type 34 is. 34 is a number, right? But it falls under the integer data type. Can you see that? So the int there is called integer. Right? Can you see my screen? Okay. So it's just a classification of data. All right. So this is an example of the kinds of value that could be inside different data types. For instance, the box that has int means numbers. You can store numbers that don't have decimal places, okay? I don't have decimal number after it. Float is used to store numbers that have decimal places. And then, like I said, we're not going to... Okay, we're not going to actually look at all of them, but for the purpose of this class, we're just going to look at int, float, and string. Okay. Programmer Patrick, are you there?
Oh,
is Patrick there? Is Patrick there?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, I am.
so now look at the box that has string. What name is written there? The box that is labeled string. There is a value just under the word string.
Jessa.
Jessa, thank you. So now the Jessa is in quotes. Any value you put in quotes is referred to as string. So is either is in single quotes or you use double quotes. Anything that is within quotes is what you refer to as string. You call them string. Now I'm going to show you how you you actually declare a value as a string. So for instance, I can say, can say email is equal to, I'm putting it in quotes right now, patrick@yahoo.com. Okay. And I've hit the enter key. So email is a variable. And the value in quotes is Patrick. Okay. So anything within the quote is what we call what? A string. What did I say?
A string.
String.
A string. A
Yes,
string.
string.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, string. Thank you. So someone asked a question. I think two people asked a question. Chikamso and someone else asked about the script mode. Okay, so Python has two working modes. Okay, and Python has two working modes. The first is interactive mode, and the second is the script mode. The interactive mode is what we have been using all this while, that is on this Python interpreter. We call it interactive because once you type a command, it shows you the result immediately on this Python interpreter. That is why it's called interactive mode. Whatever you're doing, you're going to see an effect or you see a value displayed. So we've been using the interactive mode all this while. And the second mode is the script mode, which is a question you asked, that how can I save my file? How can I save what I've been writing? How can I save my code? Now, the script mode is where you write your code in a file. You save it, then you execute it. Now, having written and saved your script, you press F5 on your keyboard to execute the script. So from now on, we're going to be using the script mode. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to use the script mode. Now, to use the script mode, you're going to make use of what we call the IDLE, Python IDLE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment. So let me quickly show you that. And when you want to use the script mode, it means that you're going to create a new file. You're going to type your code in it. You're going to save the script with a name. And the type of name you're going to use must be meaningful. But first of all, let me show you how to do that so that you can see. Before I move forward, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir. Yes.
I want to launch the IDLE. So on your set box, you can type IDLE, but just watch me first of all. Okay, so so I have launched my IDLE. So once you've done that, it shows you some basic information just like you had on your interpreter. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new file. Once I click on the file menu and say create, it's going to launch an editor, right? Can you see the editor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to type a simple code here.
Yes, sir.
He's a good
Okay, so I want to save this. I'm saving it, and I'm going to save it somewhere.
Now I found out. The one I think you may want to turn it.
So I've saved it with a name. Okay. So now I've saved the name as my code 4. Okay, can you see what I've done? Did you just see what I've done? So I created a file. I typed a code. I said print, welcome to Python programming. I saved the code as my code 4. And Python codes are saved as .py extension. Can you see this py here?
It's hanging. It's
py.
hanging.
Can you see the py?
No, it's hanging.
Oh, that's...
Yes.
Thank you. So once I have saved my file,
It's
I can
hanging.
click on run module, or I press the F5 key. So once I click on run module, it would execute my code and show me the output or the results on the IDLE shell. Okay.
Yes,
so what you're going to do, I'm going to do that again for you to see, because they say seeing is believing. So I'm creating a new file, and I'm saying A equals 10, and I'm saying B equals 20, and I'm saying C equals 30, and I'm saying sum is equal to...
Should we do the same thing you did?
No, just watch me. I want you to watch how I'm going to type my code in this file, how I'm going to save it, and how I'm executing it. So just watch and see. Just watch and see. So I'm saying A plus B plus C. I'm saying A plus B plus C because I know that A is storing 10 and B is storing 20 and C is storing 30. And after sum would have performed the addition, I now want to do what? To print out the value. The answer is, I'm going to do what is called concatenation, because once this statement is executed, the result, you know, is going to be 60. So, and 60 is an integer. I cannot concatenate an integer and a string. So what I'm going to do is to use a string function. Inside the string function, I'll now put the sum. I'm saving this file by saying file, save, or you say Control S, as you all know. Save as, where am I saving it? In my folder. So if you have a folder called Python, you can save it in your day 2 folder. So I'm calling this my code 5. I've saved it. And once I've saved it, it will show me the name of my code. Okay. On this title bar, it will show me the name and now show me the path where it is saved. Once I have saved it, then I can press the F5 key, or I come to this menu called Run to click on Run Module. So either I say Run, then click on Run Module, or I just press F5 on my keyboard, whichever one is going to get the code executed. Can you all see the result of that?
Yes.
Okay. Before you do that, someone has a question.
So can you move back?
So my question is,
Yes.
what is one customized?
What is what?
One customized.
Customized. How do you mean? Or where do you see
When you click
customized?
the run button on Python script mode, it shows F5 as one customized.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me get my file out.
So
okay. Just some other properties. Okay, if you want to pass in something, if you want to pass in an argument, but that's not what we're doing right now, so that everybody is able to follow the process. Is when you want to impute an argument.
Plus S.
So let's just do what we have on the screen. Save your file. Now, before you save your file, let me quickly show you something. Sorry, hold on, please. Hold on. Can you see my screen? Okay, now on the step 4, it says save your script with a name. Now, when you're saving your script with a name, the file name must be a valid name. That is, it must start with alphabet, okay? The name of your file must not start with a number. And it should not contain special characters like $, ampersand, hash, and all of that. But your file name can contain numbers, right?
So you said press F5 to execute. What does that mean?
Yeah, that is if you want to run your code. After you have written your code in the file and you have saved it and you have followed this rule in saving your file name, then you press F5 to execute the code. So now what you're going to do now is to type what I have just done. So I'm bringing back the screen. So please go ahead with that.
What do you do?
What did you type?
Are you done with this?
No.
Yes. Please, can you do this? Just type what you have on the screen. Save it.
I've done it.
Okay, fine. That's good. If you have not done that, please, can you do this? Now, to do this,
why did you do it?
Yeah, how do you do it? Thank you very much. Let me show you how to do that. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So I'll go to my search box on the Windows menu.
Okay.
Then I'll type IDLE. IDLE. Can you see that on my screen?
Yes.
So you click on the IDLE.
Okay.
IDLE stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment.
Okay.
So you click on it. So once you have clicked on it, then you click on File menu. You go to the File menu, then you say New File. Then you click on New File. Have you done that?
Okay.
Thank you. So you can now type this inside the file. Type what you're seeing on the screen into the file. Yes, go ahead with your question.
So I've already done that.
Yeah.
What did you press to do this?
So, sir, I wanted
yeah.
to ask you a question. Is the black background Python the same as I do?
I'll start to show back.
No, it should be the white. IDLE.
Yes. Do they do the same work?
No, the IDLE is used if you are working on the script mode. And then, like I said in the previous slide, that to work on the script mode, right, you need to be working with file. If you want to launch a file, you must launch this IDLE so that you can create a new file. Now, what the IDLE will be doing is to help you to create a new file, and it's going to be displaying the results of the execution into the IDLE window, or you call it the IDLE shell. Yes, go ahead.
After we do the sum of A, B, and C, are we supposed to hit the enter key, or are we supposed to write the print?
The print, you're going to write the print. You're going to write everything I have written here on the window.
Run.
Can
I go back?
Look at, I'll save this.
Okay.
See the answers.
Press F5, press F5. Okay.
So if you have done this, okay, now we're going to do it this way. Have you saved your file? If you have saved your file,
yes,
say hi.
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 Hi. Okay, okay.
Hi.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So can you press F5? So now I want to execute. Press F5 to execute your code.
Okay, sir.
That worked.
It worked. So if it worked, it should show you the answer is 60.
Yes, sir. That's what they are showing us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's good.
The answer is 60.
Thank you.
Answer is 60.
Oh, that's great. Great, 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 great. I'm impressed.
But we have to use the idle.
The answer is 60.
Perfect. Great, 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 great. Okay, so we're going to move on. Abigail is joining.
Don't need.
What's your name?
Majesty.
Majesty.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Please, we are waiting for you, Your Majesty. Okay, what are you doing now? Have you typed all of this?
No, I'm in C equals to 30.
Go ahead, be fast, be fast.
Then I don't know what to do again.
So the sum, have you typed sum is equal to A plus B plus C?
I'm doing that now.
Okay, go ahead. After that, you go to the next line. Can you see my screen?
No, I'm forget. If I now go away, I don't know.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Now this is it. What do I do now?
Sir.
Okay, just find a way of minimizing. You see what's there and you go to the other side. Or you can actually reduce the width of your Zoom.
Sir.
I can hear you. What's your name?
Davina.
Davina. Okay, programmer Davina. What's the question?
I don't know
how to launch the IDLE.
No.
Is that what you want to say? Okay, okay.
I
can hear you.
The first line. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, the first line is A equals 10.
I don't know how I'm going to get the equals.
Oh, okay. Wow. How you're going to get the equal. Now, on your keyboard, can you see number 9?
Yes, sir.
So what's the next key?
Equals to.
Okay, can you type it? If you type it, does it show you equal to?
No, sir.
Okay, now press the shift and you now press the equal to. So does it show it?
No, sir.
Comments. Shift and equal to, you press it together.
No, sir.
Wow. Okay, now on the right part of your keyboard, can you see equal to?
Stop, complete it.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to share a video of this class. Okay, you're going to take your time to watch it, then you'll be able to do it at your own time. Okay, but the most important thing is that you can see it. You can have an idea of what we're doing. So when you watch the video, you'll be able to do this, right? So we don't have much time, but we need to move on and move quickly. So next thing we're going to be talking about is variables. Variable is a name that refers to a value. Now, in the course of the slide, you must have been seeing me typing first name is this, age is this, price is this, and all of that. A variable is a name that refers to a value. Okay, a variable is a name, is a name that refers to a value. So now, for instance, on this screen, I have different variables declared, and I've assigned a value to it immediately. So I say age is a variable name, and the value is 12. And how am I assigning 12 to it? I'm making use of the assignment operator. This is an assignment operator. Okay, age equals 12, first name equals Rafiu, address equals 10 Broad Street, Lagos, price is 250 naira, 50 kobo. So the age, the first name, the address, price, they are called variables. Why are they called variables? Because they are referring to a value. The value is on the right. And in the value, before you assign a value, you must put the equal to sign. Can you see that? So, and when you're declaring your variable names, the names must be meaningful. The names must be meaningful. For instance, if I want to say first name is equal to Chidubem, I'm not supposed to say NM or start using abbreviation. That's what we mean by meaningful name. It makes your code readable, okay? It makes your code readable by someone else. And the assignment statement creates a new variable and gives it a value. For instance, in our examples here, age equals 12 is an assignment statement because we're saying a value called 12 is assigned to age. And on the next one, we are saying Rafiu is assigned to a variable called first name. 10 Broad Street is assigned to a variable called address. 250 kobo is assigned to a variable called price. Or you can say cost, anyone you want, right? So you'll be making use of variable names. And there are rules to the variable names. Anyway, you need to note that when you're declaring a variable, your variable name can be as long as you like. For instance, here, I said first name of my great-grandfather is same.
That's it. So
yeah, you have a question there. Go ahead. Very fast.
So is that our assignment?
No, not your assignment. I'm going to give you your assignment. Don't worry, you're going to enjoy your assignment.
Oh, it's going to be tough.
Okay, your assignment is going to be a wonderful moment. You're going to enjoy it, okay? All alone. Spend your time, okay? So now, and then the rules again is that they can contain both letters and numbers. Now, the rules of a variable and the rules of saving your file. Collins, I don't know what you're drawing on the screen, okay? So, it's almost the same thing. It's a variable names cannot begin with a number. And you can use uppercase as well. But it is conventional for you to use lowercase. Make sure your variable names are in numbers. I mean, are in a lowercase rather. So on this slide, it says if you give a variable an illegal name, you get a syntax error. If you use a name that is not okay, you will have a syntax error. Now, somebody asked me about keywords. They are special tokens used by Python, and you cannot use them to declare your variable names.
You're not screen recording
Okay?
again.
You cannot use them to declare your variable names. So that is that, and you have different keywords here. You have class, you have is, pass, while, try, return, def. Now, these names, you understand, you don't need to memorize it. But in most development environments, they are displayed in different colors. Okay, as we move on in the class, we're going to make use of them one after the other. Don't worry. Yeah?
Sir, please don't change it yet.
Okay, I'm not changing it, but I'm still on it. I'm just trying to explain. So if you are actually declaring your variable name, don't use any of these names. Okay, these are keywords. Don't use any of the keywords. Okay. There are so many keywords. There are so many keywords. This is just some of them.
Everything is. Just write them anyhow. You'll be able to see that is.
Davina, can you see my screen? Nifemi, Victoria, Chief Umnaya, Chikamso, Patrick. I can hear who is that? Emmanuel already. Daniel, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Somto, can you see my screen? Temitope and Jory, can you see my screen? Ebegwe, can you see my screen? Okay, so that's that for keywords. Like I said, they are special tokens used by Python. So you cannot use them as your variable name. Just take that. We're coming to the end of the class, and this is the last slide. There's something we call expression and statements. It's a combination of a value, variable, and operator. Let me quickly show you what's an expression. Let me quickly show you what an expression is. First of all, just look at my screen. Expression is a combination of value, variable, and operator. So this is what you call an expression. Age equals 20. The 20 there is a value. The equal to is an operator. The age is a variable. So that's what we mean by an expression. It's a combination of what? Value, variable, and operator. So that's what you refer to as an expression. So a value in itself is an expression. Now, what is a statement? Is a unit of code that has an effect. So now, how will a code have an effect? How does a statement have an effect? This is what we mean by a code having an effect. So if I say amount is equal to 2,000 and I hit the enter key, once you can see the prompt again, that means the interpreter has passed that statement, and that statement had an effect. So if I want to print out what is stored in amount, I'll just simply say print amount and it brings it out. And if I want to perform any other arithmetic on amount, I can still do that.
I can remember.
Okay.
Sorry.
Emmanuel screen recorded some.
Okay, so this is where we're going to be rounding up. Now, before today runs out, I'm going to send you the assignments, and I'm sharing the link to this video on the WhatsApp group. Okay.
So someone is joining on this course.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out why and how that is possible. But let's ignore that, okay? Let's ignore that. Yeah, thank you. I think it happened the last time. Maybe I just forgot to find out what's the reason for that. Okay. So that's basically it. I'll send you this manual. That's the first thing. And I'll send a link to this video. Okay. And you'll be able to go through it. Then later today, I will send you your assignment. It's going to be very simple, just so that you are able to understand. Okay, Rishona.
When are you going to send your assignment?
Sorry?
When are you going to send the assignment?
Today.
I said where?
Where? Okay, on the WhatsApp group. So your mom or dad will be able to show you.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, please, what is the meaning of ID?
IDLE. What's the ID? IDLE means integrated development and learning environment.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I want to share the link to this video on the WhatsApp group. One minute. 1 minute, that's what I want to do. So you're going to find the link to this video. That's what I've just shared on the WhatsApp group. And I want to, okay, so that's that. I'm also going to share it on the LinkedIn page, on my LinkedIn page, so that parents can also see it, okay? So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy you're able to join the class.
Yes, sir.
You can ask me any question through the WhatsApp group. Just tell your mom
Okay, sir.
that you have a question. And if you have a phone, you can call me. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So have a great day ahead.
And you too, sir.
Programmer Patrick, Emmanuel, Davina,
And you too, sir.
yeah, Chikamso,
Thank you, sir.
Chikunaya, Daniel, and a host of others. Nifemi, yeah. And everybody. Bye. Thank you very much. Love you guys.
Thank you. Owen. Thank you, sir. How are you?
Thank you, sir.
Owen. Owen, how are you?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. I don't want to
Owen. Mommy Vicky. Hello, Mommy Vicky. Fine.
Owen and Victoria. How are you guys?
Yes. Daddy.
Yeah.
Can I speak to David?
David is here.
I'm fine. And Samuel and Doka.
Yeah, they are all here.
Come and see your best friend. Bye. Vicky, bye.
David.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can hear you. Closer. Can you hear you?
David. When do you come?
Okay, don't worry. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Have a nice day. Bye, Owen.
You don't promise my
Yes. Yes. See, there's no proof now. When she. I will see you. Yes. Bye. I disconnected.
It's where you from Ikorodu.
Give me some rain. Please. Bye bye. How did you leave?